These are the top 10 reasons why you should do intermittent fasting. Number 10, lose weight. Your body has to burn 3,500 calories in order to lose 1 pound. So imagine if you're not eating, your body is burning calories, not gaining. So it's a lot faster to burn those 3,500 calories. It's simple law of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. 9, intermittent fasting is great in that you get to choose the time duration in which you fast for. So there's the 12 and 12, so 12 hours of fasting, 12 hours where you're able to eat, 16-8, which means 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating, 20 and 4, which I've done personally, and I find that's when I'm feeling my best, is when I'm literally fasting for 20 hours and I'll be able to eat for 4 hours. So literally I will work all day, get home, as soon as I get home I make dinner, I eat for a 4-hour window, and then repeat the process the next day. You also have the 5-2 method, where some people will eat normally for 5 days, but then the other 2 days, they will go on a severe low-calorie diet, like 500 or less. And then there are people who actually will do prolonged fasts, which will go 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Definitely consult a doctor or nutritionist before you attempt anything more than a 24-hour fast. Personally, I like to, once every 3 or 4 months, just don't eat anything for a whole day. Let my body just repair itself, do what it's got to do. You don't need to buy all these fancy cleansers and cleaners. Your body does a great job of cleaning itself. That's what it's designed for, to clean and repair itself. So you don't have to spend all this extra money doing it. You can do it just by not eating. 8, there was a 2012 study that showed that people who underwent a Ramadan-style fasting, where they didn't eat at all during the day, were having lower CRP markers, which are your inflammatory markers. 7, insulin sensitivity. When you're intermittent fasting, your body is not producing insulin. When you do produce insulin, it's a lot more sensitive. It actually works a lot more effectively. This can also help reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes. 6, saving money. Imagine, you don't have to spend any money on any groceries for the day. That's just money in your pocket. 5, increase in autophagy. Autophagy is your body recycling itself. So think of it as if you're not eating, your body has more time to recycle the old cells and break down things and do things that are more useful. 4, one thing I loved about intermittent fasting is that I just didn't get hungry. So when I was on the 20 and 4, you'd be like, oh my gosh, how can you go that long without eating? Oh my gosh. But you know what? Your body gets used to it. So your body actually releases hormones in order to get hungry. If you train your body not to produce those hormones, it doesn't get hungry. And again, you eat over a 4-hour window, so you are getting the calories that you need. And so if your body is used to not eating during that time, it's not producing those hormones, and you just don't get hungry. And then you can carry on your day. You actually are more productive. Who knew? 3, there was a 1988 study in which they showed that mice were able to survive better with cancer when they actually fasted versus when they did. So this study took relatively healthy mice and infected them with cancer cells. What it showed was that half of the mice were able to survive with the cancer when they fasted versus 1/8 of the mice were able to survive when they ate a regular diet. 2, I read a study by the Mayo Clinic that actually incorporated intermittent fasting before patients went into chemotherapy. And they discovered that patients that underwent intermittent fasting before they went to chemotherapy actually handled it better and showed less symptoms and side effects due to the chemotherapy. They had a better cancer survival rate when they just went under a 24-hour fast before they went into their first chemotherapy session. That's crazy. And the number one reason, there was a 2015 study in cell metabolism. It took 300 mice, and they split them into 2 groups. The one half of the group ate a calorie-restricted diet, and then the other half ate a normal diet. Then they split them up into more groups that compared rats that were given a standard rat diet, one group that was given a calorie-restricted diet, so they were eating about 30% less calories, and then the third group was actually fed the same amount of calories as the original group, but were only fed once a day. What they discovered were the rats that ate once a day lived 11% longer than the rats that ate whenever they liked. Again, they all ate the same number of calories. It's just by eating once a day, your body has the time to clean itself, fix itself. Those rats lived 11% longer. I am throwing it out there. They have not tried this on humans yet, and I can't wait till the day that they do. And remember, champions are what champions do.